Now, I know in the last video I said I was rebranding this to an outdoor channel, and it is going to be. But right now, I'm indoors, obviously. It's nighttime, it's cold outside, and not really a whole lot I can do right now. But why I'm on here today is to talk about something that I saw on the internet, that I saw on YouTube, that I saw on Twitter, on Instagram, that YouTube has changed its parameters for monetization of a channel. Now, what I also saw on there is that a lot of people are very upset about it. I saw things about the small channel army and things like that, which I would fall into that category. Mine's a very small channel. It hasn't been going very long, and it hasn't taken off nearly like I hoped it would, which is why I changed it from Steve Red's house to Red's Outdoors, because the things I were doing around the house just, apparently nobody was extremely interested in watching that, so the channel never took off. Now, they made it even harder to become monetized. At first, when I saw that, I was kind of up in arms about it a little bit too. It's like, I'm never going to be able to get monetized and all that because it just seems so huge. You got to have 1,000 subscribers, which if you look at most of the channels that you're subscribed to. Look at the channels that you watch religiously. How many of them are well over 1,000 subscribers? I mean, think about it. How many of them have hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers? For most of you, that's going to be most of the channels you watch. Hopefully, you're going to start watching this one and you're going to tell your buddies about it, and then I'll be able to get there one of these days, and and I see you subscribe to mine, and I'll look at yours, and then if I like yours, then I'll watch it. Now, I do see a lot of things on there for sub, and quite frankly, I really don't want a bunch of people subscribing to my channel if they're not going to watch my videos. That's just freaking pointless. So I'm not going to subscribe to my channel. Obviously I'm not going to subscribe to mine. I'm not going to subscribe to your channel just because you subscribe to mine if I don't like the content that's on your channel. I might take a look at it, and if I like it, then I'd subscribe. There'd be no reason to give you a sub count for somebody that's not watching your videos, because the next part of the requirement is 4,000 hours annual viewing. Now, that being the case, if you were doing sub for sub and got a ton of people to subscribe to your channel, but none of them are watching it, still doesn't do you any good. So that's one reason why I wouldn't do that, because it's not doing you any good. It's making you think that, hey, I got a lot of people do that, my channel's exploding, and then you're not getting any views. Or people are nice and they go and click on it to give you a view count, but there's no watch time. Because it was, prior to this, you had to have 10,000 lifetime views. Now they don't care how many views you got. They want to know how long people are engaged in your channel. If they're engaged in your channel and they're watching your videos, then they're going to start looking at you to monetize it. Now, the parameters that are up there now, my channel is not anywhere close to. I think I've got 24, 25 subscribers at the point that I'm recording this right now. I'm not real sure what my viewing minutes are right now. I think it's somewhere between 500 and 600 minutes. So in the grand scheme of things, this channel's not doing very well at this point in time, which is why I rebranded it. I've changed it because what I was doing just wasn't working, and it wasn't really a whole lot of fun for me. I actually thought that, hey, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to shoot different things with a pellet gun, and somebody's going to think it's funny or interesting, and they're going to want to watch me do a bunch of things with pellet guns. I want to do things with bigger guns, but I'm in the middle of a neighborhood, in the middle of a city, can't really do that. I could, but I'd do it once, then I'd get arrested, so I wouldn't be able to do it anymore. But I heard a lot of people griping about this new monetization, and I thought, you know what, I'm not able to go outdoors and make the kind of video I want to make right now, so I'm going to put my 2 cents in on this. For all you guys out there who are just up in arms about it, who are really ticked off about how they changed this, because you're the ones that were at the 10,000 views and you were making a little bit of money on there, they approved your monetization and you were doing it, so you're starting to get paid, or the ones that were right there at it, and now all that's gone. How much money were you going to make off of it anyways? I mean, look at it that way. One of the things they said on there is that most of these channels were making, less than $2.50 a month. Not $2.50, $2.50 a month. You're not living off of that anyways, so you're not losing a whole hell of a lot. And I can understand it's frustrating. I'm not there yet either. So I mean, if I was making $5-10 a month off of it, yeah, I'd probably be a little upset that now I'm not making any more. But when you think about it in the grand scheme of things, that's not what your living is. That's not what you're making your living on. And I know that most of the creators on here, we have a dream of having a channel that's going to be big enough one of these days that we can quit our everyday jobs and become YouTube creators and do this full time. And I mean, that would be absolutely awesome. Is it going to happen for all of us? Absolutely not. There's only a select few of us. That's kind of like, I guess, kind of like some of your competitions I have on TV, your singing competitions and stuff. There are millions of people out there that probably have amazing singing voices, but only a few of them are going to make it big. And I think with YouTube, a lot more of us can actually make it on here. It is harder, I think, with some of the changes they've made with the algorithm and everything, for us to get discovered and to grow like we want to. I think it's harder for us to do that now than it was a few years ago. A lot of these channels on here that are huge now started when it was, from what I've heard from other YouTubers I've talked to and other videos I've watched, it was a lot easier to get discovered, a few years ago. So here we are coming in kind of late in this game, and we're wanting to automatically be as big as some of these other guys. It doesn't work that way. We're going to have to find a way for other people to discover us, which is why, I opened up an Instagram account, opened up a Twitter account, started a new Facebook page, and did all this hoping that, somehow I'll get the word of this channel out there and somebody's going to want to watch it, and it's going to grow, and then I'll be able to eventually start making money off of this. And then now they've made it a little bit harder, but when I look at it, I started adding up what it would actually take. And one of the channels that I'm subscribed to, actually the smallest channel I'm subscribed to, he has like 300,000 subscribers, which is light years ahead of mine. Right now I've got like 25, which is laughable at best. But a lot of the other ones I have, a million plus, or one of them I think has 6 million. One of them actually has 3 different channels that has like 6 million, 2 million, and 1.5 million. And then you have people like Roman Atwood, who has, what's he have, like 14 million subscribers, something like that. Your ones that have been in it for years, that have a ton of support for their channel, a ton of subscribers, them guys put out a video. That video, in less than a day, is hitting the 4,000 hour viewer mark, or the 4,000 hour watch time mark. So it doesn't affect those guys at all. Small YouTubers, it does affect, but you got to look at it from a business standpoint. If you started a new business in sales, or you started a new job in sales, and you walk in there and you haven't sold anything yet, you're not going to expect to get paid like the guy who's selling millions of dollars of product or service, whatever it is they're selling, a year. You would have no reason to expect you're going to get paid the same way he is. And over time, you would expect that your experience, your skill level, and everything is going to grow to where you're going to be able to make more money. This is no different. This is not a get-rich-quick thing on YouTube. It's not. You have to grow your channel. You have to think of this as your own business, and you got to grow, because in essence, we are salesmen. We have to sell the fact that people are watching our channel, that people want to watch our channel. We have to sell ourselves so that other people want to watch us, other people want to get engaged with our lives and what we're doing, so that the advertisers that are paying for the ads to be put on our channels is getting their money's worth. So that's kind of where this is coming from. If I'm an advertiser and I'm paying a lot of money, to have my ads shown, I really don't want to put on a channel that, 50 people are going to watch a video. I want to be put on one that, 50,000 people are going to watch a video, or 5 million people are going to watch a video, not 50. I mean, to me, that's not a very wise investment to sink my money into something like that not very many people are going to watch it. I mean, odds are, wherever that place is, more than 50 people drive by their building a day, and they don't even have to pay for that advertisement. So it doesn't do them any good. Kind of the same thing with going into sales. They're not going to pay you the same thing if you're not selling what the other guy is. And that's how YouTube is looking at this. The more people you are reaching, the more money you're going to make. And if you're not reaching anybody and people are not interested in what you're doing, they're not going to pay you, because the advertisers don't want the dollars that they're spending to be put on somebody's channel that nobody's watching. So I understand their point of view. Now, it doesn't take a whole lot in the grand scheme of things to get to that milestone. I haven't got there yet. I'm a long ways from it. Hopefully I'll get there by the time my channel is a year old. Hopefully I'll actually be there and be monetized and actually be doing something. But when you look at some of the ones that have been doing this for years, I mean, they're literally hitting the mark with watch hours on one video. So these people are putting a video out. Even a lot of the, I guess you could say, the medium-sized YouTubers, they put a video out that's 10 minutes long. It gets 50,000 views. They're already there. I mean, it's when you look at it that way, it doesn't seem that difficult. Our problem is getting started. Just like if you go into a business, it's getting started. It's getting your client base down. If you're in sales, and here we're trying to get a viewer base, a fan base. I mean, I've seen videos where some of the other creators are going out there and doing meet and greets with their subscribers and stuff. That would be absolutely awesome. I've seen some that are making a lot of money off YouTube that go out and surprise people who have fallen on hard times, or who are ill and things like that, who love watching their videos. To me, that would be amazing, to be a big enough channel, to have a big enough channel that many people watch it, that people who are having a bad time in their life, who are in a bad place in their life, watch you for enjoyment. To me, that would validate it more than anything. Is somebody saying, "Hey, I've had a really bad day. I watched your video and it kind of helps me cheer up." That, to me, that's a huge validation of what you're doing. If you ever hear something like that. And I've seen some of Roman Atwood's videos, and I know there's some people on here that absolutely hate Roman Atwood. There's some people that love him. He's got 14+ million subscribers, so apparently there's a ton of people that love this guy. But he's done videos where he's gone out and actually helped people, and seeing him show up at some young man's house, some kid's house who's wheelchair bound and not in a great place, in time in life, and he shows up and this kid just lights up, just bright as day. To me, that would be awesome, to be able to give back to my viewers like that, to have enough people watching this, to have a big enough channel to be able to give something back. That is an ultimate goal. That would be amazing, and I'd love to be able to do that. Right now, I'm a new channel that's not going anywhere. I'm not able to do that. But I think those of us who do make it to that level way up here, that giving back to your subscribers is something you should really do. And even that's going to help you grow if you look at it that way. I would do it just because of the emotional validation of it, but it's ultimately going to help you grow your channel as well. And some of the things I thought about before, when my channel wasn't growing, was, what am I doing wrong? Well, I think part of what I was doing wrong was the fact that, one thing, showing the back of my head while I'm reaching for something, because none of you really want to see the back of my head. But using this, okay. So I started this channel off doing things with a pellet gun. I thought, even though I didn't find them extremely interesting, that somebody out there would. That somebody out there would want to see me shooting random things with this. Some of them were very educational. As far as the one where, Talib's, he shot him through the door. Probably a lot of people don't think about that something like this can go through an interior door in your house and hit somebody on the other side and cause, a pretty substantial injury, especially depending on where you hit them. I thought that was educational. I didn't think this thing would go through a, full-size pumpkin either. It surprised me there. But it's not really anything anybody want to watch. It didn't take off. I thought I would get, at least 1,000 views a video, and surely by now I'd have 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers. No, hadn't happened. So I scrapped this, and then I came up with the idea, let's do a little bit of comedy. Surely people would like that. So if you guys have seen it, that Bill and Earl. Matter of fact, remember that? Well, if you haven't seen the video, you have no idea what that is, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Actually, what it really is plaster of Paris. I know on here it looks like a damn marshmallow. That's not what it is, I promise. But even with that, playing two different characters at once, which I actually thought was kind of fun, but it was kind of tedious doing all the editing and everything with it, and trying to remember what I said on the other one, trying to take notes and everything and come back. If it would have worked, it would have took off. I'd have been more than happy to keep doing that and trying to find different things, but it didn't take off, and it was a lot of work for nobody to watch. So I scrapped that. And so now, since I don't have a ton of viewers, and nobody's really telling me what videos they liked, and I've said that in the videos too, I want to make this channel grow. I want to make videos that you guys want to watch. Tell me anything. So what I decided to do was, well, if nobody's really watching it anyways, and nobody's giving me any feedback on what they want to watch, then screw it. I'm going to do what I want to do. So if nobody's watching it, I'm having fun anyways. So I rebranded it to an outdoor channel. So now you're going to be seeing more things with this, because I absolutely love fishing. Now, been a long time since I've been into it because of my schedule and my current location. So it's going to be probably a little, a little tedious a little bit getting back into it, because I literally used to go fishing 2-3 times a week. I used to live on a lake and had a state park with another lake not too far away from me, and that place was loaded with bass. Especially when they were spawning, you could go down into some of the channels. The water was clear enough, you could see them sitting on their beds. That's almost cheating. That would have been awesome for video, because you could sit there and just go down the bank and catch, and catch these bass and put it on video like you're just this awesome angler that just keeps ripping out fish, every other cast or almost every cast. And then you wait about half an hour and you go back and you go start back and come back, and those fish will bite the damn thing again. I don't know how many times I caught one particular fish. She was about a 4.5 pound bass, and she's sitting on this nest. I'd go down there 2-3 times a week, and I don't know how many times I caught that fish. I'd catch it a couple times a day. Their memory span's not very long. The poor thing's mouth was just tore up. I finally just left her alone. After about like four or 5 times of catching this same fish, I was like, you know what, let's just leave her alone. That's getting cruel at this point. But definitely want to get back into fishing, so that's where my channel is going. So I am scrapping the pellet gun. I am scrapping Bill and Earl. I'm going into outdoors. And the new things on YouTube, the new requirements, is I kind of validated my decision to do so, because the other one wasn't working. So we're seeing more fishing, scrapping a pellet gun, bringing out more realistic guns. So you guys are probably going to see more of this, more of the fishing pose, and more of this, just because I've had this thing for a while and I hadn't really had it out. I want to kind of do some videos with it. I'm curious what the penetration power of this thing is, so I need to find a place I can go do that. And I'm not really used to this gun, so I'm sure my accuracy level with it if I could learn to talk my accuracy with this gun, it's probably horrible. I'm probably going to suck the first 2 shots till I start figuring this gun out. And then of course these, you know, I like to get these involved more in my videos. Why? Because I enjoy shooting, I enjoy hunting, I enjoy fishing. At this point, there's not that many people watching my videos anyway, so if I'm doing it just for the fun of it and not for an income, I might as well enjoy what I'm doing, right? And since Bill and Earl's gone, I shouldn't have to dress up like this anymore. Actually, I probably will in the fishing videos, just because it helps keep the sun out of my eyes and keeps my very receding and balding hairline from sunburning my scalp. So, unless Bill and Earl for some reason explode, or the videos with the pellet guns explode and you guys start telling me you want to see that, I think all of that's pretty much gone. I am really wanting to make a channel that you guys want to watch, that you guys enjoy watching, but I don't know how to do that if you guys aren't telling me. But for all you guys out there who saw the new requirements for YouTube to get monetized, I still want to leave you with this. If you can't meet that requirement, do you really think you should get paid anyways? It's really that simple. I'm not there yet, and I don't expect to get paid if I'm not putting out a product that a lot of people are wanting to watch and a lot of people are tuning in for. Then I wouldn't expect an advertiser to pay to be on my channel. So I understand it, but my battery is about to die right now. It is blinking at me pretty furiously, so I guess that's all I got for now. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys had a great day. If you are another creator and you're kind of upset about what's going on, just kind of look at it like I am. If we create a good enough channel and good enough videos that people want to watch them, then we'll have no problem with it. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here. This thing's fixing to go dead literally any second. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you later. Good night.